You need to be more thoughtful if you're going to use data to drive those future activities and decisions, because this stuff doesn't just happen through feelings. So the first thing that we're going to do in the virtuous cycle is something we call measure. Measuring is exactly what it sounds like. It's what is the data that we're going to be able to find useful? What is the data that we're going to be able to take and understand? And we're not talking about making good bets here. What we're talking about is helping to improve our strategy of making good bets, right? Anytime you're using any kind of tool like A-Train Station or anything that you're using to make bets, right now you might be just using some hunches. You might be saying, I got feelings about sports and I'm going to bet with those feelings. And that's okay. That's a place to start. But you need to be more thoughtful if you're going to use data to drive those future activities and decisions, because this stuff doesn't just happen through feelings. You need a process. Okay. And the first part of that process is to measure. And when we talk about measuring, we're talking about not just the bets, though that is an important part of what we're going to measure. We're talking about all of the aspects of your strategy. So first, let's cover the 3 sections of the virtuous cycle. So the first one's measure. The other 2 are hypothesize and implement. And we're going to cover what each of those means and what you want to be thinking about in all of them. But what happens there in that cycle, measure, we're going to get situational awareness. We're going to get an understanding of what is happening and what might there be in terms of edges or opportunities for us to do something different. So you take these measurements, you take the data, and the most valuable data is the data that is unique to you. And that's true in a business, but that's especially true in sports betting. What is the unique data that is representative of the strategy that you're using or the bets that you've made? So I want you to be thinking about this. And we're going to talk now about some of the specific things you're going to want to do in this simple virtuous cycle, because each thing you do better leads to better results in the next stage, and that leads to more information, that leads you to better ideas, and it just starts to move faster and faster and faster.